Hey guys, welcome back to Wargroove Double Trouble. We're here at Floran Mission 2, A Prickly Business.
Here's the plan.
Okay, so we have ourselves a relatively simple mission here. We basically have two fronts. We have Wolfar's front, and we have the Twins' front. Twins are advancing north to take out this barracks and stronghold, while Wolfar must mirror that on this side and take out this barracks and stronghold before they snatch the treasure in the middle and come down to these tiles here in order to escape. So in order to start, we're going to bring down our knight around here so that way it can critically strike and decapture the village, while Wolfar, his swordsman, spearman, pikemen, and mage all come down as well. Somewhere around here. And each side has the other's riflemen. So this is going to be really important because the rifleman is basically going to be the tool that we use to keep zoning out the enemy. It's really important to keep the riflemen in these center positions, so that way they can pick off the enemy and allow you to focus down the enemy's strongest units. Okay, as for the twins, their knight is going to come forward, and they're going to do a mirror action of Wolfar's knight, while the twins, spearmen, swordsman, and mage all come forward as well. Okay, so on Wolfar's side, we're gonna have the knight come forward, decapture the village. Wolfar is gonna go forward. He's gonna strike at these spearmen.
Here I come.
Spearman is going to advance. Gonna move closer with our mage. Gonna move slightly closer with only with our swordsman. And actually we can move the spearman in too. Well, on this side. Yeah, so we know we're going to. Yeah, we know we're going to destroy and capture this village. So it's best to actually take out the threats to our knight and commander. So it's actually better to hit the archer, because we can be forcing the spearmen to try and recapture the village. While the twins, they can come forward and they can hit these guys.
You won't see this coming!
And their riflemen on this side can help Wolfar by picking off the archer. And it's going to come forward. Finish that off. Spearmen are going to come forward and they're going to counterattack this knight, which is most likely going to attack the twins. As for the mage, they can come here, and the swordsman can come here and capture it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the knights come in and attack the twins as expected. They're going to counterattack and deal a lot of damage. Dogs come in and counterattack Wolfar. That's fine. He's still being fully supported by everyone else. And another thing is, Wolfar is most likely going to get his groove from all these units constantly attacking him. And with that groove, that's what we're going to be using to get rid of the enemy trebuchet. Yeah, you see the weakened archers coming in. Yeah, and also another thing is you kind of want to save up money, so even though Wolfar is taking a lot of damage now, you're going to want to try and save up money for the golem later. Okay, so we're going to look for the best way to actually poke through here, and I think that's going to be... Wolfar has to effectively push forward, so what we're going to do is we're going to come for it like this. We're going to have the swordsman come in and attack. This spearman is going to come here, finish off this guy. While Wolfar comes in and he tees off the trebuchet. Just make sure it's in either the mountain or the water, so that way, or forest, so that way it instantly gets killed. So we're gonna move the knight here. Finish all this off. And now we're gonna focus on actually taking out the strongholds, because for the most part we've actually got the main enemy barracks secured, and the longer we can actually bleed funds from them, the better. So Wolfar's side has been completely cleared out. Now we're gonna turn our attention to the twins front. Yes, the main threat in this area is going to be spearmen, so we're going to have the riflemen pick them off. Alright, now on the twins front, we're actually going to come over here. We're going to strike.
This'll be loud.
So those guys go down. Okay, move forward and finish this guy off with the spearman. We can actually come here and completely wipe out the dogs. Mage can stand on the mountain, finish off this guy. So other spearmen can come forward, swordsman can capture. Okay, now we're gonna tilt, since this side is clear, we're gonna actually tilt this rifleman and send them this way, reload. And the main thing we're gonna do with the rifleman now is we're gonna try and poke away at all the mages and archers that are guarding the treasure in the middle. That's actually gonna be really important. Okay, here we have the... Okay, here we have a knight, so we can just come here and finish it off. Take a little damage in return, but that's okay. Because we can just come forward with the swordsman, actually. We gotta come forward with the swordsman. On this side, we're going to advance with the riflemen, reload, and they're going to be trying to pick off these mages and archers in the middle as well. actually gonna come here and we're going to take out this barracks so that way we can try and deploy that golem soon.
This might hurt a wee bit.
And experiment capture. We gotta get our mage in position to help with any further assaults. Alright, the twins' turn. We're gonna do mostly the same. Though the enemy has deployed a dog, and that's going to be really annoying. So we're just going to move forward with the spearman, take that out. This rifleman, we're going to focus down the archer, considering... Yeah, also make sure you don't accidentally attack the vines because they don't do anything, they're story relevant. You have to take out the stronghold in order for you to deal with that. Gonna move the other spearman forward. We're gonna attack with the knight here. Back. Twins can come forward, and they're most likely gonna be able to deal with the dogs. Just barely not. That's actually fine considering that the mage can come in and
Let's hope this works.
finish off the dog. Well, finish off the barracks. Well, the swordsman finish off the dogs. So even though this didn't go perfectly, it still went good enough. Okay, so once both barracks are down, we can actually come in and we can strike the strongholds. So Wolfar is going to strike first.
Away and boil your heat.
This guy is going to come here. Put tons of pressure on the middle. While the spearmen come forward. Spearmen have effectively done their job at this point. So we're just going to launch them into an attack on the stronghold. And we're trying to basically conserve as much health on Wolfar, the Knight, and the Mage as possible. Yeah, so we're going to use the Knight because it's a guaranteed kill. That's going to open up the path for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing to note is, once you start getting further into the mission, enemies' reinforcements are going to spawn this area right here, and this top right area. So it's best for your units to not be there when you're almost at the end of the mission. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually leave this swordsman in bait, and hopefully the archer will take it and then be taken out by the golem. While on this side, we're going to move the mage here, more so as a deterrent. As a deterrent for anything to try and attack the riflemen of the twins. Okay, here we don't really have anything else that we can hit, so what we can do is... we're going to come down and reload. So that way we can continuously zone out this area. Yeah, because both the riflemen are keeping this middle area secured. Alright. As for the twins side, we're going to come in, strike the stronghold.
Got this, Errol. Oh no!
Capture the barracks. Yeah, we're actually gonna throw the swordsman in first, even though they're gonna take a bit more damage. Then we're gonna throw in the mage and the knight. And that should be enough to finish it off. And then the mage can begin healing the area after we deploy the golem. Hopefully it's actually enough to finish it this turn, but if not, that's actually fine. Not quite. Okay, so the enemy is deployed, and they actually got pulled their aggression to the golem, which is also pretty fine, considering we can just easily turn around, heal it, and then send it forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the... Actually, we're going to send Wolfar in forward. Swordsman to crit. And that's going to open the way for the golem to go across the bridge and wreak havoc on the enemy. We're going to come here, wait. The enemy is trying to be sneaky and pick away at our guys, so... What we can do is we're actually just going to come here. It's not really that big of a deal, though I would have liked to heal all of them at once. Effectively, if they try to attack our mage anyway, they're going to be fighting on something that has no defensive bonus for them. And on top of that, they're going to be... Yeah, they're going to be bugs are the riflemen. Okay, meanwhile on this side, we're still keeping this side clear. The enemy's trying to zone away at us, but we're going to be able to break through there eventually. But we're going to kind of have to pull back. And I guess we're going to we're going to have riflemen fire, watch this bottom lane. Considering that we can't really get anything that important down here yet, we're just going to be saving up our money for heals mostly. And with that, we're going to switch to the twins' turn. Still nothing important, so we're just going to keep our riflemen in this middle area. On this side, we're going to move forward with the twins. We're actually going to throw down some health cooling water around here.
Okay, here we go.
So that way everyone can start getting some health. As for this... we're going to move pikemen forward. That way they can finish that off. And then keep the other pikemen by the twins. And in fact, I believe the twins are going to be struck by the archer and the mage, which is going to be very good considering they can heal off and deal with that damage a lot better than everyone else. As for here, we're just going to build the golem. Yeah, we can leave the spearmen there. In case they do try to do that, they've already done their job. The knight. I guess we can throw a heal on the mage, the twins, and everything. Move the swordsman back down because of the ambush spawn. Rifleman stays in turn. Okay, as expected, the mages come in to attack the twins. It's going to be very positive.
This'll be loud.
Archers also come in for the attack, so we should be able to just easily heal through this and break through. Yeah, as you can see, the enemy is coming in, but they're basically just feeding themselves into the meat grinder, and you're gonna really want that for this level because you have to basically easily get in and get out. So now we can be focusing on the next phase of the mission, which is getting the twins down to the bottom here, which is going to require a wagon. So we're going to send Wolfar forward along with the knights. Rifleman can handle this. Actually, the spearman can handle that. Yeah, which is interesting. The spearman can handle this. Which gives room for the mage to pretty much heal everyone up. And calculate these. Gonna move forward. We're basically gonna be using the golem as well as the rifleman as a zoning tool. Now we can even use it to help deal with this front. Yeah, which I think is actually gonna be the best use for this. Okay, and with that we're actually just gonna end turn, save up our money. For the twins. Unfortunately, this comes down to a little bit of a luck roll, which again is fine considering the position that we're in. Because right now we're not really that pressed on this side. So thankfully the luck roll paid off. We're gonna send the spearman forward in order to deal damage. And basically now we're going to want to draw those knights toward us. And the best way to draw the knights toward us is by using the twins as bait. So we're going to just send... You also want to be careful because Nuru is right there. But for the most part, commanders are pretty cowardly and they don't like to actually engage the enemy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the commanders on this bridge, so hopefully, because the thing is though, Nuru is right there. Nuru is right there, we have some archers there. But yeah, the knights can't actually hit. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's fine. We're gonna send the knights here, keep the mages close behind. Spearmen have effectively done their job, but we're still gonna have them, so no accidents happen. We can focus down this archer so it doesn't continuously whittle away at us. And then we're going to move this rifleman sort of slightly to the south. So we're basically trying to use it as the zoning tool. We just need it as the zoning tool. We're saving up money on this side and in turn. And the archers come in. Expected. As you can see, the enemy tries to become really annoying here. But thankfully, we're still keeping them suppressed. So we're gonna move into this forest and reload because we don't want any accidents with these trebuchets. Okay, this knight is gonna come. Yeah, that's in trebuchet range, so what we're going to do is we're just going to come here and capture this village. Basically continuously threatening the enemy, forcing them away. Going to move Wolfar. Wolfar is actually going to be the one to steal the treasure. She's going to have the golem continuously zone away everything else. Also make sure now we're not accidentally putting them in range of the commanders. The mage is gonna stay away but close enough to actually render heals. Gonna get another knight in there. Spearman can't really do much. do much useful, that is, so we're just gonna move them away up north along with the swordsman. Okay, the twins, their side is really important. So we basically need to try and force our way through. Gonna throw down a heal, send them into the forest. Yeah, because they're still out of range. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send these guys send the twins into the forest, take out the dog.
You won't see this coming.
Then we're gonna have the knight follow up to take out the archer, and then the golem come in and take out the knight. And then we're gonna get ourselves the wagon that we need to actually ferry the twins down to the south. So we're starting to put them in a pincer. We don't want them to link up and stay linked up for a while. Or we don't want the enemy commanders to stay linked up for a while. We want them to continuously keep running backwards. We're gonna move forward. Rifleman in range. Keep that middle area secure. Guess we could actually deploy the wagon. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. We're just gonna leave here. I guess we'll leave the swordsman here to bait. This here. Okay. So now we're gonna intern. The mage comes in and attacks Wolfar, as expected.
Aye, it's hammer time.
Yeah, the swordsman come in and attack the twins. It's unfortunate, but it's also fine. So the main thing we want to do with the twins is just use them and get them to the middle part as soon as possible. Okay. Fortunately, they're getting really annoying here, and they're just continuously deploying guys. Yeah, they're basically going for the body blocking strategy. But for the most part, this is going to be fine. So long as we link up and we actually start wiping out the forces in the middle here. We're actually gonna tee off this guy. Best place to tee him off will probably be this river here. Yeah, I think it's best to tee off this guy in the water.
Time to take a hammering.
We really want the enemy commanders to run away. We don't want them to actually stay and engage us. I'll throw down this... Yeah, this is outside of night range, so we're just gonna come in, throw down this heal here, bring in the other knight, try and threaten, have the golem finish off this. We're gonna bring in the second golem, and again, we're pretty much trying to intimidate the enemy away at this point. Because the enemy AI does not like at all to actually go in prolonged engagements, especially with multiple commanders. We're actually gonna put this knight here, so that way we can start effectively zoning away these archers that are coming in. And with that, we're going to intern. Yes, we're going to move forward. And I think maybe we can... Yeah. I think it'd be better to actually just start fighting the enemy commanders. The thing is, though, having two full health commanders is a threat to pretty much anything that's like linked up. It's kind of unfortunate because I think it's kind of the RNG of this mission, but it's ultimately fine considering that we have so many forces concentrated in this area that we can just...
Here I come!
Yeah, we can just easily take whatever minor damage they have because we have golems. So we'll pull back with the sword, the rifleman. And this actually has a chance to kill. And considering there's not much else in this area, I think I think it's better we just have it sit in the reserve. Sit in the reserve. Wow. The wagon comes forward. It's really unfortunate this wagon is going to get attacked by the dog. That's fine considering everything else is covering it. Mostly. We're gonna just bring it forward slightly. He can't attack the road. So we're gonna just have the mage guard the road. We're just gonna have the mage guard the road. We're gonna have this come forward here. So we'll save the heal and we'll just let it go for now. Let's see what the enemy does. So the knight comes forward and attacks Wolfar. That was expected. And we have another knight that's gonna be able to come in and follow that up with a counterattack. Hopefully the enemy commanders decide to run away, as usual. Okay, the swordsman come in and attack the twins instead of the wagon. That's actually very fortunate. Because now we can get the twins in there and then immediately run back. Greenfinger decides to attack, which in a way is very positive because I think we can actually finish him off the next turn because the enemy doesn't have any sort of mages at all in this area. Yeah, the mages, they don't have any mages at all in this area, so that we can just immediately turn around and then dunk on him with everyone. So both of their commanders are effectively moot now. And we're gonna be able to run forward and steal the gold. Yeah, it's gonna take him 2 turns to get there, so it's fine. Yeah, not really much there we can do. We just come forward and get rid of this guy. Yeah, even with the bad luck roll, we're still looking very, very good. Yeah, we can just finish him off with the crit. Well, this knight can probably, come help finish off Nuru. Everyone else is pretty much... they're pretty much done with in the middle there. Guess we can move this guy down a bit. We're still covering it. It's mostly just a reloading action, but pretty much we're done. As you can see, the rain is coming in. It's fine. Overview. Yeah, the S rank turn is 12. We're gonna be able to do it within the S rank requirement. So we're just gonna pour it, take out the green finger. Take out Nuru.
You got lucky.
And with these 2 down, the major threats to our escape are pretty much dealt with. So now we can just immediately leave. And with that, we're gonna end turn. A random mage decides to pop up and attack Wolfar, which is fine.
Spike up a wee bit.
trebuchet tries to block our escape, but we already have forces in the area to counter.
Errol.
Yeah, and we've pretty much straddled the actual time limit. Again, so this mission isn't really that bad. The main annoying part is the fact that sometimes the commanders can have some extremely good RNG and then get together, but even then, it's still not enough to actually stop you from just springing forward and then taking most of the enemy out. With so long as you have the 2 golems, which is the most important part of the mission. So long as you have the 2 golems, you're pretty much set because you can effectively force the enemy that's already not privy on fighting you straightforward to, for the most part, avoid you. Like the only thing they want to do was attack the twins. Forward, they can finish off the trebuchet. Okay, everyone else is pretty much doing a covering action. We can these guys off. Yep, make sure we're extra safe. And with that, we end our turn. Basic last night attack. And with the next turn, we can finish this. And as you can see, this is definitely why you did not want to keep forces like huddled within these areas. Because, yeah, they can just immediately come in and kill them by surprise. But luckily we're literally right at the end, so it doesn't matter. Wolfire's turn doesn't matter, so we end it. The twins, they jump on the boat and we win.
That was tough.
So ultimately this mission isn't that bad. You basically just have to make sure you get those 2 early golems out so that way you can gain full superiority on the second part of the mission. The first part is even more simple because it's basically just the puzzle with the riflemen. Because we have the knight take out the village, the riflemen zone everyone out, the commanders tank, and the spearmen deal damage. Yeah, so that's all I have for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.